Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over a 2024 presidential election prediction between Fox News political commentator and host Tucker Carlson and Vice President of the United States Kamala Harris. Now I thought this would be an interesting one because Kamala Harris is the likely nominee for 2024 if it is not Joe Biden. Everyone kind of expects that to be her. But Tucker Carlson is someone who a lot of people know, and a lot of people who support President Trump also like, but he's also a Fox News host, so he's probably not going to run. And if he does, he's not going to run anytime soon. But this would be a very interesting political ideological election between someone who might be more Republican or right-wing populist than Donald Trump is and Tucker Carlson, and then versus Kamala Harris, who she is a part of the Biden administration and Biden's vice president, but she holds a lot more left-wing liberal views than Biden does. So I think it would be an interesting ideological election. So, going to start off by giving Kamala Harris the West Coast. Her, along with any other Democrat, would win this. I think she would also win the East Coast, Illinois. She would win the state of New York. Maine's 1st District would go safe. And I think that's going to be it for now for safe states. Now, Tucker Carlson will win a lot of the traditional Republican states as well. I do think with Tucker Carlson running, though, you might have some of the same sentiment that was given to Donald Trump in 2016, which is, oh, he's a media personality, he's not really a real candidate, he's kind of running as a joke. I would expect you would hear a lot of the similar stuff from that as well. However, no doubt in my mind if Tucker Carlson were to run, he would probably have Donald Trump's support 100% of the way. And I wouldn't be surprised if he campaigned with President Trump in some cases. So you might see a map similar to Trump versus Biden than you would say, I don't know, it's a good example, maybe like Clinton versus Bush. You'll see a much more competitive map. So Carlson starts off 125, Harris is at 181. I think Kamala Harris would win Minnesota likely, the state of Virginia likely, and Colorado. I'm not sure where Tucker Carlson stands on the legalization of marijuana. Because I feel like he talks about it a little bit, but I'm not too sure off the top of my head. Colorado, I'm going to put likely instead of safe, because I think he actually might be able to do a little bit better in Colorado. New Mexico, I would also put as likely. And then New Hampshire, I'm stuck between putting this in likely or lean. I know New Hampshire is an interesting state where I don't really see them liking Tucker Carlson or Kamala Harris too much. So I'm not going to do that yet. Maine's going to go in likely. If not likely, maybe even safe, actually. Yeah, no, I'll put Maine in safe, actually, now I think about it. And then Maine's 2nd District, I'm actually going to put that as tilt Republican. I think Tucker having the populist appeal will help him win Maine's 2nd District. Very, very narrowly, but I think he will be able to. So Harris gets up to 221. Now, Tucker Carlson will likely win Texas, Iowa, and Ohio. I think that Donald Trump has moved Iowa and Ohio to the right a lot, and I think Tucker Carlson will be able to ride that momentum. I don't know if he'll win it by the same margins or a little closer, but I think he'll still win them nonetheless. Texas, I think, will stay in that 6-point range that Trump won it by this time if Tucker Carlson's the nominee, because I think the anti-Trump turnout won't be as bad, so Texas will still stay in the likely GOP column. Carlson's at 189, Harris is at 221. Now, we go to the rest of the states. Kamala Harris, I think, will win the state of New Hampshire by a lean column. I'm tempted to give it to Tucker Carlson, but I don't really know if Tucker Carlson's brand of right-wing populism and his kind of in-the-face with the media is something the state of New Hampshire likes too much. I know the Republican voters in New Hampshire might like it, but New Hampshire is much more of an independent state, independent thinking state. And when it comes down to that, typically the candidates who are more, calmer and more moderate typically win. So I think the moderate thing is kind of out the window, but I don't know if Kamala Harris would necessarily have the same problem with appealing that, say, Tucker Carlson would. So I'm going to give New Hampshire the state of Kamala Harris. Now, I'm also going to give the state of Michigan to Kamala Harris as well. This is a state, I'm going to put in the lean column. This is a state where I think it is very, very possible for Tucker Carlson to win. However, I don't know if Michigan's going to flip back to the Republican column yet. I think Republicans have a good shot at doing it in 2022 and maybe 2024. But depending on how 2022 goes, I'm skeptical to say if Michigan's actually going to be a toss-up state. Well, it'll be a toss-up state, but how much of a close state will it be? Harris is at 240, Carlson's at 189. Tucker Carlson, I think, wins the state of Florida. Either lean or tilt. I'm going to put in tilt for now, but nonetheless, Tucker Carlson wins the state of Florida. I think the Republican Party is doing very well in that state. Ron DeSantis' appeal will definitely help Tucker Carlson out in the state of Florida. The state of North Carolina, I think, will also go tilt for Tucker Carlson. I think that he'll win this state. I think, again, the Republican appeal of that state will help Tucker Carlson win there. I think the state of Georgia, it's hard to see because I don't think Kamala Harris appeals to Georgia as well as Tucker Carlson does. So I think Tucker Carlson will win back Georgia in the tilt column. I do think he'll win there. I do think Kamala Harris would win the state of Arizona, even very, very so slightly. I think that Arizona, regardless of who the Democrat is kind of trending away from the Republicans. And there aren't many candidates I could see winning Arizona in 2024. Either way, even Tucker Carlson doesn't really appeal to that Republican who can win in Arizona anymore either. So I'm going to give Arizona to Kamala Harris. I'm actually going to give the state of Nevada to Tucker Carlson. This is a very, very weird one. But I can kind of see Tucker Carlson winning the state of Nevada. He'll probably get most of the Trump votes in Nevada without the strong Democratic turnout against him, which I think would be enough, honestly, to give the state to Tucker Carlson. Oh, I'm also going to give Nebraska 2nd District to Tucker Carlson in the total column. Forgot about that. 268, 251. I'm going to give the state of Wisconsin to Tucker Carlson. I think Tucker Carlson won the state of Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is trending in the GOP's direction in 2022 and 2024. And I think that if it's Kamala Harris on the ticket and not Joe Biden, then I think Wisconsin flips to Tucker Carlson or whoever the Republican candidate is, unless it's like Mitt Romney or Jeb Bush or something. But Tucker Carlson, 268, Harris at 251. It comes down to the state of Pennsylvania. And I honestly think, as crazy as it sounds, Tucker Carlson beats Kamala Harris in this election and in the state of Pennsylvania. Kamala Harris does not have any Rust Belt appeal at all. Now, Tucker Carlson being a Fox News commentator, you might think, well, does he have Rust Belt appeal either? Not a ton, but I think he has more than Kamala Harris does. And I think him being on the same Trump train of momentum, I think would help him out in the Rust Belt enough where Tucker Carlson could win Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. So that's going to do it for today's video and this very, very interesting looking electoral map. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like it. If you really like the video, subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell icon when you do subscribe so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.